I want you to imagine two apartments. Same city. Same neighborhood. Almost identical rent. But inside, two completely different financial realities. In the first apartment, you walk in and see a massive 75-inch TV mounted on the wall. A luxury leather sofa. A kitchen filled with appliances, most still unopened. Closets packed with clothes, many with tags still attached. A spare room, used as storage for things that haven't been touched in years. This person earns $95,000 a year. And yet, they check their bank account with anxiety. They're just 2 paychecks away from a crisis. Now step into the second apartment. It feels lighter. There's space. Intention. A simple couch. A practical TV. A kitchen with only what's actually used. A closet full of clothes that are worn regularly. And that spare room, it's actually a bedroom. This person earns $52,000 a year. But here's the twist. They have 18 months of expenses saved. And invest 20% of every paycheck. Same neighborhood. But one person has stress. The other has security. This is not about income. This is about something far more powerful. The relationship between your possessions and your financial freedom. Most people think money problems come from bad habits. Gambling, overspending, or lack of discipline. But that's not usually the case. The truth. People don't destroy their finances overnight. They slowly build a lifestyle that quietly consumes everything they earn. And here's the key idea that changes everything. Backhand index pointing right, everything you own costs money twice. The first cost is obvious. The price tag. But the second cost, that's where most people lose control. The second cost includes a storage, a maintenance, a mental energy, an opportunity cost. Let's break that down. That treadmill sitting in your room, it's not just taking space. It's costing you rent for that space every single year. That car you barely use, insurance, maintenance, depreciation, that expensive gadget. It's not just money spent. It's money that could have been invested. And then there's something people rarely think about. Backhand index pointing right, mental clutter. Every item you own takes up space in your mind. It needs attention. Cleaning, organizing, and studies show the more clutter you have, the higher your stress levels. So you're not just paying with money. You're paying with focus, peace, and clarity. Minimalists follow a simple but powerful rule. Always calculate cost per use. Before buying anything, ask, how many times will I actually use this? Then divide the cost by that number. A $300 item used 3 times equals $100 per use. A $500 item used 300 times equals $1.66 per use. Suddenly, expensive things can be cheap. And cheap things can be incredibly expensive. This rule instantly kills impulse buying. That fancy kitchen gadget, used twice a year, not worth it. But a high-quality mattress you use every night? That's one of the best investments you can make. Walk around your home and ask yourself one question. Backhand index pointing right, if this disappeared today, would I buy it again? Be honest. That unused appliance. Those clothes you haven't worn in a year. That random stuff sitting in drawers. Would you replace them? Most of the time, the answer is no. That means something powerful. Backhand index pointing right, you're holding on to things you don't even value. They're just there. Taking space. Taking energy. Minimalists remove these items. Not because they hate stuff, but because they value clarity more than clutter. This is where most money disappears. Not on bad decisions, but on unnecessary upgrades. Your phone works fine, but a new one comes out. Your car runs perfectly, but a newer model looks better. Your furniture is functional, but you're tired of it. This feels harmless, but it's actually one of the biggest wealth destroyers. Minimalists follow a strict rule. Backhand index pointing right. If it works, don't replace it. Not because they can't afford it, but because they understand the cost of unnecessary upgrades. Over time, this saves tens of thousands of dollars. Here's something most people misunderstand. You don't need more discipline. You need better systems. If spending is easy, you'll spend. If saving is easy, you'll save. So minimalists do this. Remove saved cards from websites. Delete shopping apps. Wait 24 hours before buying anything. And on the flip side, automate savings. Invest before spending. Keep extra money out of reach. This removes the need for willpower. Because willpower fades. But systems don't. Most people have no idea how much they own. So here's a challenge. Backhand index pointing right. Count your stuff. Your clothes, shoes, gadgets. The numbers will shock you. Once you see it, you start thinking differently. You stop saying, "I'll buy one more shirt," and start thinking, "Do I really need my 48th shirt?" Minimalists set limits, and limits create clarity. Most purchases follow the same pattern. Excitement, use, neglect. So minimalists flip the process. Try before you own. Rent it. Borrow it. Test the interest. Because many hobbies are just temporary curiosity. And buying too early turns curiosity into clutter. Every purchase creates more purchases. Buy a bike, now you need gear. Buy a camera, now you need lenses. Buy a car, insurance, fuel, repairs. Nothing exists alone. Everything creates a chain of expenses. Minimalists see the full picture before buying. And often, that alone stops the purchase.